On January 5, 2026, American politics is witnessing a dramatic split between two iconic cities, New York City and San Francisco. Both have long been progressive strongholds, but recent elections reveal a sharp divergence. New York City has just elected Zoran Mamdani, a democratic socialist, as mayor, signaling a bold shift left. Meanwhile, San Francisco, once the poster child for far-left politics, has chosen a moderate mayor, Daniel Lurie. This split highlights the evolving identity of the Democratic Party and the unique pressures facing urban America. In New York, voters are demanding sweeping changes to help the working class and expand public services. In San Francisco, residents are seeking stability, public safety, and economic recovery through more traditional leadership. The contrast between these cities is more than local politics. It's a sign of a potential realignment of progressive power in America. For years, San Francisco was the conservative example of liberal excess. Now, New York's socialist experiment is in the spotlight. This tale of two cities reveals the internal debates shaping the Democratic Party's future. We'll explore the new leaders, their policies, and why voters in these similar cities made such different choices. By examining the influence of tech money in San Francisco and working-class power in New York, we'll see how urban politics is being reshaped on both coasts. The future of American cities and the Democratic Party may depend on which path proves more successful. On January 1, 2026, Zoran Mamdani was sworn in as New York City's new mayor, marking a historic moment for progressives. Mamdani, a democratic socialist, rose to power on a wave of grassroots organizing and working-class support. His campaign tapped into frustration over rising costs and inequality, promising bold action to make life more affordable. Mamdani first gained attention as a state lawmaker, championing tenants' rights in public transit. His message resonated with New Yorkers who felt left behind by a city catering to the wealthy. The city's progressive movement had already built momentum, electing several democratic socialists to state and local office. Mamdani's win is the culmination of years of organizing around housing, education, and economic justice. His campaign relied on small-dollar donations and a citywide volunteer effort, forging a deep connection with voters. This people-powered approach proved that bold, progressive ideas can win in America's largest city. Mamdani's victory signals a new era for New York, with the working class and diverse communities at the center of city politics. The question now, can this progressive coalition deliver on its promises? Mayor Mamdani's agenda is unapologetically ambitious, aiming to transform New York City for the many, not the few. His signature proposal, make all city buses free, easing the burden on low-income residents and encouraging public transit. Tackling the housing crisis, Mamdani promises rent freezes and a major expansion of public housing, declaring housing a human right. He's also pushing for universal childcare, making it affordable and accessible for every family. These policies are a sharp break from the city's business-friendly past, prioritizing working-class needs over corporate interests. Supporters see hope for a more just and equal city, while critics warn of economic risks and pushback from real estate and business leaders. Mamdani's administration is betting that bold action on transportation, housing, and family support will energize the city's diverse population. The coming years will test whether this progressive vision can overcome entrenched opposition and deliver real change. New York is now a proving ground for the future of urban progressivism. The stakes are high, not just for the city, but for the national movement watching closely. Can Mamdani's vision become a model for other cities, or will it face insurmountable challenges? While New York moves left, San Francisco is charting a new, more moderate course under Mayor Daniel Lurie. Lurie, an heir to the Levi Strauss fortune, campaigned on restoring order and reviving the city's struggling downtown. His platform centers on fiscal restraint and increased police presence, a direct response to voter frustration over crime and public disorder. San Francisco's shift didn't happen overnight. It's the result of years of moderate gains, often backed by tech industry money. The recall of progressive officials and the rise of moderates on the Board of Supervisors signaled a clear rejection of the far left. Lurie's victory is seen as a course correction, promising pragmatic solutions over ideology. His supporters believe he can restore San Francisco's reputation as a well-run, innovative city. Critics argue that austerity and policing won't solve deeper issues like homelessness and inequality. Lurie's challenge balanced public safety and economic recovery, without abandoning the city's progressive legacy. The moderate resurgence in San Francisco is a warning to progressives nationwide. Voters here demanded results, not rhetoric. The city's future now hinges on whether Lurie's approach can deliver. Why did New York and San Francisco take such different political paths? In San Francisco, daily frustrations with crime, homelessness, and a hollowed-out downtown drove voters to seek order and stability. The recall of progressive leaders reflected a demand for practical solutions, not ideology. Daniel Lurie's moderate message, safer streets, cleaner public spaces, economic revival, won over a city weary of chaos. In New York, the crisis was economic sky-high rents, unaffordable childcare, and a working class squeezed by the cost of living. Mamdani's promises of free buses, rent freezes, and universal childcare spoke directly to these anxieties. New York's diverse working-class population formed the backbone of his support, seeing his platform as a lifeline. The debate in San Francisco centered on public order. In New York, it was about economic justice. These different priorities led to starkly different choices at the ballot box. The result: two cities, two visions, and a national debate over what urban voters want most. The answers may shape the future of American politics. Tech money has played a decisive role in San Francisco's political shift. Wealthy investors and executives have poured millions into local races, backing moderates and opposing progressives. In a small city, this spending can overwhelm grassroots campaigns, dominating the conversation and shaping outcomes. The recall of District Attorney Chesa Boudin and Daniel Lurie's own campaign were both fueled by tech dollars. Progressives argue this creates an uneven playing field, letting a handful of billionaires steer city politics. In contrast, New York's size and expensive media market make it harder for a few wealthy donors to control elections. Winning in New York requires a broad coalition, not just big money. The difference in political influence is shaping each city's future and the national debate about money in politics. New York's progressive surge is rooted in its vast, diverse working-class population. Immigrants, service workers, and union members form a powerful voting bloc, united by the fight against economic inequality. Issues like affordable housing, transit, and workers' rights are mainstream concerns, not fringe debates. Labor unions remain a force in city politics, often backing candidates who champion wages, benefits, and job security. This organized base gives progressives a critical advantage, making their agenda resonate citywide. In contrast, San Francisco's politics are increasingly shaped by tech interests and affluent homeowners. In New York, the working class and communities of color can't be ignored. That's why a platform focused on economic justice has gained so much traction. The city's political power is rooted in the lived experiences of its majority. The split between New York and San Francisco is reshaping the national political narrative. Conservatives once used San Francisco as proof of progressive failure. Now, New York's socialist mayor is their new target. National media and Republicans are casting Zohran Mamdani as the face of the Democratic Party's left wing. Meanwhile, moderate Democrats point to San Francisco's shift as evidence that pragmatism wins elections. The two cities now represent competing models: bold progressivism versus centrist pragmatism. This clash of ideas is defining the Democratic Party's future. The outcome in these cities will send powerful signals to Democrats nationwide. The divergent paths of New York and San Francisco offer a window into the future of American urban politics. New York, led by a democratic socialist, is betting on bold policies to address economic inequality. San Francisco, under a moderate mayor backed by tech money, is prioritizing public safety and fiscal restraint. These choices reflect each city's unique demographics and political culture. New York's working-class power fuels its progressive wave. San Francisco's tech elite drives its centrist turn. This is more than a local story. It's a preview of the Democratic Party's coming debate. Will American cities follow New York's progressive model or San Francisco's centrist path? The nation is watching, as these two cities chart the course for the future of urban America.